Sambatskano Mongolia, and welcome to Mini Shinnifthrulik, my new television program on MNC Network. It's good to be back on TV. The name of my program is Allyson Zochin, Allyson's guest, and I'm glad you could join us today. Now, Degi is Mongolia's most famous modern-day violinist. She has numerous best-selling CDs. She's the recipient of Mongolia's very prestigious Altangadas Medal, awarded by the President of Mongolia. She's a real star, a true diva, and a huge asset to this country. Degi, it's an honor to have you as my friend. I admire you as a musician and as a mum and as just a great talent of Mongolia. Thank you for coming on my first episode.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's good to see you. Degi, I spoke with you on TV a few years ago about your life and your passions and where you are, where you were in your life, and a lot has happened since then. So I won't rehash it. I want to start off with Degi's music school. I want you to tell me where the idea for starting your school came from and how it has been going.
Yep. Since we have actually talked on the TV, yeah? I think it's been 3-4 years now, right?
Long time.
Yeah, long time, right? So, yeah, of course, the biggest and happiest thing that happened for last 3 or 4 years, in my lifetime was, of course, my school, the music school. That after a long period of a longing, the wanting, the thing that I have had opportunity to open up, started up, and it's running well, and it's called Degi's Music School, and we have started now. We're going to celebrate our 3rd anniversary pretty soon, so happy with the school, happy with lots of working with lots of kids. The kids are always so cute, so naive.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
So good energy, and so daring, and I'd always think that since it's a private school and it's really not professional school, that I wouldn't give a really bad, or I wouldn't be hard on to anybody.
You wouldn't make anybody cry.
Yeah, but as I do teach twice a week at the moment, I do, give a hard time to some students, but it's all coming from my heart. But as well as, I always train my teachers, to also have to actually talk to kids nicely, and teach them the beautiful thing about art,
One of the best concerts I've ever been to in Mongolia was the Hair Mother's Day concert that you did last year. Your mom was there in the audience. What's it like when you are, I know you have many fans, right? But to perform on Mother's Day to your mom, what was that like?
Oh, that was the year ago concert that you're talking about. The name of the concert was Hair, which is a beautiful. I mean, it's a universal thing.
Love.
It's love, right? I have organized that concert specifically for the single mothers. Yeah, so we do say that is like the mother leading, the single mothers, right? Like, so I'm actually never be ashamed of talking about myself being coming from the single, the mother family, single leading mother family, whatever that. As long as I had a full of life, full of love, that as I grew up, that I'm who I am at the moment. And so then I wanted to give all this positive messages to this, the
you
mothers.
Sure did. Your mom is such a beautiful, kind woman, and I always look forward to seeing her. You're a very lucky lady to have her. Now, Degi, you've started Degi's Music School. You were also a judge on Mongol HD's most popular show to date, Mongolia's Got Talent, which I watched weekly. I was an addict. What was it like being the judge on such a busy, popular program? It must have taken up a great part of your life. Tell me about that experience.
When they actually have put the offerings, right, like to be a judge, to the show, then I have just, supported the idea, like with my 2 hands up. Yes, I'll do it, with wholeheartedly, and really, the show itself is a really, the national show that the whole nation got united under the show, right? Yeah. So since that stupid Mexican whatever that Venezuelan serial, right? Ugly Face, that was that was the TV serial that was been so popular that everyone would just watch it, right? Yeah. But ever since that, never really been that sort of familiar, popular show on the TV. But Mongolia's Got Talent is the thing that really got everyone together from like zero to hero, right? Yeah.
It was a real first for Mongolia, I think. I mean, the nation united.
Yeah, I mean, there are of course great shows that I wouldn't deny, but Mongolia's Got Talent is the one that actually been done properly.
It was
and then
fabulous.
It could actually just be just not for the singers or just not for the talent, but then you could actually show lots of different lives, and then can give the lots of different messages to the people, right? Yeah. And you know what? Everyone in that show that been, the part of it, right? Been super duper beneficial to everyone to this. Yeah.
They all went on to continue on with their talents.
As for a judge, for me, that people got to know me, my personality even more, right? And I just have dedicated myself to the show 110%, 130%.
We could see that every week. It was just, I loved seeing it. It was fabulous.
And I must say that really, that everyone in that show that worked, and being a part of it, and being in the team, and being a participant, and they have all taken a great, outcome out of it.
Yeah, it was wildly popular, and I do hope they bring it back. Listen, Degi, that's just 2 examples of things you've been doing. You also performed at the Sharav concert, on and off production. That was last year, which was an amazing event.
It was a fundraising concert for Sharav. Yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah. Listen, what else have you been doing over the past few years apart from that?
It depends on what time you're talking about. What time of the day that you're talking about. No,
so you've been super busy, I know.
I'm okay that I do take things sort of, I do get things organized, and plan it, so that don't really want to really, stress myself as I used to before, but as I age,
yes. But you are looking
I'd like to just have time for me, and then for what I would love to do. I'd like to just use time for what I love to do. Yeah.
And the thing you love most is violin.
I do love to spend time in my school. I do love to sweat. I do love to watch a beautiful movie. I do love to sing. I do love water. I do love men. I do love everything. Those are the things that I really spend my time mostly.
Me too.
Oh, really?
Yes. Hey, Degi, listen, I know you like to be very chilled and calm and have everything go as planned, but something that happened to you last year in October of 2017, you were front page on most Australian newspapers on a was it Air China?
On Air Asia.
Oh, Air Asia airplane with an oxygen mask on an emergency landing. It was so unusual, and the photos went viral. Tell me a little bit about that crazy experience.
It's like it's certainly an experience that it is a quiet experience for me, like to be in a top story, seen in a top story, that my photo would just jump up, and then it was I'm not joking, it was a CNN top story thing.
I know.
It ranked, and I was in the front page of the Emirates.
I know.
All New York Times, Washington DC, you know what? It was like what happened is that
from the beginning. Tell what happened.
I was traveling with my husband and my mom and my sister, like all the people that I could think of that be closest, right, to me, to my life, that we were traveling from Perth, which is the Western Australia, you know, from Perth to Indonesia, Bali. So then we had this flight for 3 hours, right? It took 3 hours. So right after we have taken off, like around 20 minutes, like that. Like what you do normally in the plane was just play with your phone, and then it's just I was sitting right, between my mom and my sister. So 3 of us were sitting there, and then then all of a sudden there was that the stewards started, screaming out, Then it's like head down, head down,
head down.
Like then it was because we were actually sitting pretty much like the back of the bus, right? So then it was really noisy. I mean, and it was really, really, really noisy, right? Then what we could thought is that maybe that like terrorists would come to the,
Right. So your first thoughts were, this is a terrorist attack.
Yeah. That's what my mom exactly thought. That she said that that. Well, okay, those terrorists must have come, right? Half an hour or so.
Were you very terrified? Did you think it was all over?
Oh yeah, I mean, right now I'm so happy. Ever since, anyway, in that very moment, that I'm taking life even more dearly, even more appreciatively. Like just every moment is like a gift, honestly.
Exactly.
Because I'm happy that I'm sitting here and I'm just. Being cool, but anything could have happened to life, really.
It must have been quite horrifying and dramatic, and I'm so glad that we are here today. Truly unique experience, and I can imagine that would give you a new sense on life, and
and I remember that I just had the long beer, and then
a long beer,
and then the big fries. When we got back to then we had to fly back to Perth, right?
I remember. Yes.
And then we just got off the plane, and then all I wanted was just a really, really long beer, and then the fries, and then just and then just ate that fries and then the beer without thinking of any gain. Gaining whatever shit that I would always think about. Exactly. I'd always worry about it.
I would have done the same thing. Beer and some fries. Maybe a big fat cigar too.
You know what? Then sometimes life is just.
That's funny, Becky. Well, I'm glad you're
those are the moments that that I again realized, because that how much stupid small things that we put pay attention to everyone and to every day and stress ourselves, right? Because sometimes you just have to just
and sometimes you just need a big long beer and some French fries.
Without thinking, do not think about anything else.
I agree. I agree.
And just get the taste, and then just feel the joy.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you. Now, talking about feeling joy and looking good, even though I know you had French fries and beers, you are looking very gorgeous, very trim. I mean, I've never seen you looking more beautiful. What have you been doing lately that's keeping you so trim and gorgeous?
Well, I must first of all, thank to myself, being organized, organized, like self-organized. Of course, secondly, that my husband is super duper gardener, that
gardener
gardens well, So I'm the sort of a flower of him, right? So then
you're blossoming.
Well, it's up to him to make me, blossom or make me dry, keep me dry. I must. That's the second reason that I'm really happy.
You look fabulous.
Every day.
And tell me also about your yoga, because this is a new thing. How long have you been doing yoga for?
Yoga I got introduced maybe last 3 years that I've been doing yoga, and then especially the hot heat yoga, like hot yoga. Hot yoga.
What's hot yoga?
It's a really sexy yoga.
Really?
It's a hot yoga. So we do yoga in a heated room.
Right.
It's like infrared, hot heat, that comes to the.
So you're burning more calories and sweating.
It's like it just would give you like the sort of same situation that where you would be on the beach. It's nice, humid and nice, hot, and because that infrared hot, the yoga that we have, I mean the heat, is pretty much, they say that 88% similar, you know, similar to sun.
I didn't know
sun effect.
I thought you were just doing normal yoga, but it's actually, it is called hot yoga.
When you're in the normal room, you know, that you'd have some sort of flexibility, right?
Right.
But especially when it is heated and when it is humidified, you know, then it becomes, you know, when you actually travel to those, you know, countries, right? There's, then you become very flexible, right? But we do live here in very high altitude, right? So that we never actually realize that, but our skin, I mean, I'm
very dry,
you know, that I'm really amazed that how Mongolian ladies are so beautiful, so, you know, keen on like
such
taking care of their skin, you know?
I know, exactly. Degi, this year, we're far into 2018. What projects have you got going this year? What are you working on? Any upcoming concerts?
2018 is my friendly dog year. Friendly dog year. Certainly planning for a concert, you know, around October.
Okay,
time.
so something is in the pipeline. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I am still young. I'm still, you know, energetic. I can still play, and you know, there's no reason that I shouldn't.
That's right. Well, I look forward to it. I definitely want to come to that. And I'm recalling something that you spoke to me about in the first interview. The reason you were chosen for music college is somebody noticed your beautiful, fine, petite fingers. And they are, well, may they carry you along the way for many, many more years.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Degi, I want to ask you something, right? I've got 3 interesting questions for you, and you don't have to think about it, but I'm curious, right? Who is your favorite Mongolian composer of all time? If you had to pick one Mongolian composer, who would be your favorite?
There are names that is, you know, come into my head, but Mongolian composer, I would say Sharaf, I would say Hangal, I would say Puruvdorj, I would say Dandusurung, I mean, I would say Cholong. I cannot say just one.
Okay,
sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Yeah. Because it's important for people to know about these composers. And with your guidance, we're going to research them. I'm with you on Sharaf. I love his works. Can you give me a couple of names of Mongolian fashion designers who you love, whose items of clothing that you wear?
Mongolian fashion designers.
Because you never wear the same thing once at concerts. You always have a beautiful new dress, a new outfit. I want to know your favorites.
My favorite, in my humble respect, is to Bolt, just the Torgo designer.
Yes, yes.
He's such a low-key guy, you know, but then he's taken out lots of history of, you know, Mongolia in his clothing, you know, in the design, and it was just like totally like namaste, totally like such a respect for him, you know. And I am friends with lots of designers, you know, the current designers, and I would love to say Namona. Namona is such a
yeah, she's great.
Yeah, such a sort of a semi-classical, you know, the semi. You could actually just wear it every day. At the same time, you can look glamorous.
Alrighty, last quick question. What's your favorite destination in Mongolia? I know you and Mark go to the Ponderosa and you have a beautiful lager, but apart from the lager, what part of Mongolia do you love traveling to the most?
Arhangay. Arhangay is my mom's country, their mom's born country. There's such a beautiful they have everything, right? Like the mountain, whatever that you could think of. What's the name of the
Sum she was born in?
Ikhtamir.
Yes, Ikhtamir.
Yes.
I remember a Nadam there 2 years ago, and Ben said to me, this is where Degi's mom is from. Very beautiful Sum.
So I'm always like proud to be said that I'm the daughter of Temir girl, you know, like, you know.
That's right.
Temir is like the call that, like, once a year that I just go there and I just totally jump into the river, and then to me it's such a like a holy place. You know? Like just I do sort of holy myself doing that, and as well as I'd like to always go to that Hamarhit, you know, Hamar Monastery.
Yeah.
In Shambhala is just such a
That's a great place.
Beautiful destination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
when
it
I
too.
feel a little bit weak or a little bit of of course we all human, right? We all do not always feel like up here, right? So then I just go there and then just really
relax.
Yes.
The last show I interviewed you on, you played Henti Undur Uland, which is a beautiful composition about the Henti Highlands. I would like you, if you wouldn't mind playing us to the end of the show, something of your choosing to play for our guests.
Okay.
Would you play me a tune?
Sure.
All right.
To me, it's like playing violin is such a meditation. That's what I discovered lately, really.
Really?
Because like that sound creates the something in my brain that is like doing this, that vibrates.
It's like breathing in and out too.
Breathing in and out too. So when I play with the breathing, right?
Right, right.
I must say, okay.
I love that song. I love that song. What was that called?
It's a song called Fix.
Called Fix Me, Baby.
Fix Me, Baby. The reset.
I've heard that before.
I just have reset my violin. I would very much like this to tell people that just have someone. Maybe playing violin is a not easy one, but then you can just at least learn to do this. Just without having to actually just play singular notes, right? Just by having this empty string, it's such a beautiful, the meditation thing, that I would just like to just tell people that learn violin, and if your daughter, if your son loves violin, you sound that you never think that it's a faraway thing, just come to my school.
Yeah. Well,
and
I'm bringing Annabelle.
Yeah. Anyway, let me play some Gershwin stuff. Yeah?
I love Gershwin.
Does it make you sad?
No, it makes me, I want to jump in the water. Perfect for summertime. Now you're making me sad. now you're making me a chop. It's beautiful. Oh, hey, nobody does it like you. That was gorgeous.
The theme for Allyson's visitor. I just composed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, teasing me. Tiggy, you're wonderful. Love you.
What you can tell me is like just tell me maybe a sentence. You know, give me an idea, and then I can just play that sentence musically.
Okay, play.
No, not play. Just a sentence, like
All right.
Anything.
All right. Allyson is so happy, and she hopes lots of people watch her new TV show.
Oh yeah. That's Allyson.
You know, you got me in a nutshell.
Lots of people talking about your show.
Hey, I'm gonna have to copyright that. I'm gonna copyright that tune. I love it. I think that's gonna stick. Deggy, thank you. You beautiful lady. I think the last one was my favorite. All right. I'll see you soon. Love you, and huge thanks. Amjad Hussi in all of your future endeavors. I'll see you at your concert in October, and I'll see you with Annabelle at Deggy's music school. We're going to stop killing cats at home. All right. That's all for today's program. Thank you for joining us on the MNC network. I will see you again next week for Allyson zochin. But for now, Sacha Namrade.